The ultimate mushroom is reishi, Ganoderma lucidum. But the things we call reishi has been acknowledged for millennia as the mushroom of immortality, the mushroom of the gods, the mushroom of longevity, the mushroom of wisdom. And if you take real reishi, that means things grown on their natural wood, their natural food, from a natural environment, that herb will change your life. It's not psychedelic. I won't say it's not psychoactive, but you won't feel it as psychoactive like a magic mushroom. It's definitely going to change your perspective to expand it. And I believe that on a daily basis, the most important thing to protect you and to keep your immune system in balance at all times, because it's double direction, to keep your psyche in balance so you don't get too hot, too cold mentally, emotionally. Reishi mushroom is the king, or maybe the queen of all mushrooms. This comes from a mountain in Sichuan, China. It's called a purple reishi. It's an antler shape, which means it grew up against something where it was not getting enough oxygen and more carbon dioxide. At a certain state, it grows into antler shapes. And these antler shapes tend to produce much more of certain kinds of chemistry that builds your immune activity against neoplastic or abnormal type of development within the body. You take these kind of reishis to live longer. At the Shaolin Temple, where the Kung Fu and where Zen was invented, the first Zen temple, they have a room with 18 bodhisattvas, and with painted on the walls. There's frescoes, 1,500 years old, and every one of the bodhisattvas is standing there holding a reishi, and most of them are this form. It's very rare, but you can get it. You can get it grown on Dunwood reishi, like log grown in forests. Main point of getting reishi is wild natured. That's where the Dwan wood, or the original wood, grown on the wood that the mushroom would normally grow on. So that's the secret of great reishi mushroom for true longevity and psychic and spiritual growth. From before I could ever buy it. It was just sort of a mythological herb, and way back 50 years ago when I was first learning about it from my teachers. And once I started going to China, I saw that people would collect wild reishis from the mountains, and that there was a sort of a tradition of collecting those 22 different types of wild mushrooms. They're called evolved mushrooms. There's 22 of these mushrooms that come into these shops. They're called 22 reishi shops. And I just looked at them for 10 years because I was buying specific reishis and things like that. One time I said, I just want all of those. With 22 reishis, I know that if we extracted them together properly, that people are going to get the essence of the greatest wild reishi or wild type of mushrooms in the world. This isn't a hothouse. This is grown in forests, in the Himalayas, Mount Tai, the Huang Mountain, the Yellow Mountain in China, the Heaven Mountain. They're all in there, and I'm getting the actual essence of all of them. And I just want to feed my body. I think I'm hitting everything. And as a person in love with reishi and spiritual growth, it's the greatest product. If mushrooms are the greatest of the herbs, the 22 reishi is the greatest of the mushroom products.